It's the wildest thing that happened to you while in college. With Jeff's protection, I quickly became one of the most popular guys on campus. One night when I was in college I was really drunk and hungry, but every place that delivered food was closed because it was like 4 a.m. Then I remembered that there was a McDonald's like 2 or 3 miles from campus that I could walk to. I checked the website and it said it was open 24 hours, so I started to make my way. As I got close to the student center on the edge of campus, I started second-guessing whether or not that McDonald's was open 24/7 or not, so I decided to pop into the computer lab in the basement of the center, which was always open, to go online and check again. This was pretty stupid in hindsight, but it's one of the greatest decisions I ever made. The lights were off in the lab, so I thought I would be the only person there, but when I entered the room, the lights came on automatically. I immediately saw a security guard sitting at one of the computers. He's startled by me and scrambles to close the window he was looking, which I could already tell was the hub. Didn't know how to react, so I just sat down at a computer and didn't say a word. He breaks the awkward silence by getting up and saying, "I know you saw me. How about we make a deal?" Drunk and confused, I asked, "What kind of deal?" The security guard looked at me and said, "Well, if you promise to keep quiet about what you just saw, I can help you out too." "What kind of help can you give me?" "Having a security guard on your side can be a very helpful thing. Me and most of the guards are pretty tight with each other, so I can put in a good word." I thought about it. We didn't have RAs at the time, so when kids were too loud or too drunk, it was the security guards who handled it. I figured that maybe this would help me avoid getting written up. So, I responded, "Sure man, sounds like a deal. Name's Ed." "Nice to meet you, Ed." "Name's Jeff." We shook hands, and then I went back to my dorm. I had totally forgotten about the McDonald's. The next Friday, I made sure to let Jeff know that I was having a party at my dorm, and that I wanted to bring in a keg, but had to get it past the security in my dorm building. "I'll take care of that for you. Bring it to the back door of the building at 5 p.m. today." Me and my boys went out, got the keg, and brought it to the back door of the dorm right at 5 p.m. The door was always locked to prevent exactly this type of shenanigan, but Jeff made sure it was unlocked for us. We were able to have one of the loudest and most raucous parties I'd ever had without a single noise complaint. It was awesome. Soon I was known around campus for being the guy that could sneak things into any dorm. If anyone wanted to host a dorm party that was worth anything, they needed to come to me. But that wasn't the only way that Jeff helped me out. I also was struggling in my chemistry class. I needed to ace the final to get a decent grade. The answer key to the test was in my professor's office, but that area of the building was locked. Only professors and staff could get in. I went to Jeff, explained my predicament, and asked if he could help me out. The only question he asked was the professor's name. That night, I went to the building and the door to the office wing and the office itself was unlocked, courtesy of Jeff. I was able to get good grades for the rest of school without trying very hard at all. I made sure not to be perfect though in order to avoid suspicion. I had a blast for the rest of my 3 years in school, partying every weekend and getting good grades without barely any studying. Overall, me and Jeff became pretty good friends throughout all of this. He had gone far beyond what I deserved for keeping his secret, but at some point I think he just kept doing it because he liked me. We stayed in touch after I graduated, meeting and having lunch together every once in a while. I even invited him to my wedding 5 years ago. Thank God I stumbled into the computer lab that night.